Hi, welcome back to Wrinkles and Giggles with Kathleen. Thank you for stopping by. As you saw with the thumbnail, I'm just going to talk about some things that I'm still trying to accomplish and learn in my 60s. Because I do believe that we're never too old to learn, even at this age, if you want to. And these are the things that I definitely want to keep trying on. And, there's a whole list of things that I feel that I've already accomplished that I feel great about, even though I'm very aware of them and they may come up and I know how to handle them. Well, at this age, there's still some little funny ones and some that aren't funny. So if you want to think about that for a moment, but let's get started with it and I'll tell you mine. So, like I said, we're going to talk about some of the things that we still struggle with. And you do, I do, but maybe some of these are silly. Maybe you don't know why I struggle with them. But in my 60s, I still struggle with talking to the nail girl when I'm in the nail salon. Why can't I tell her, hey, that one is looking like you're doing a little crooked? Or I really want a super sheer pink. And then she says, nope, I know the color for you. And then she starts putting on a color that I think, uh-oh, I don't think I'm going to be happy. And at this point, I say, come on, tell her, tell her, tell her. And she's just so happy. Aren't you happy? This is the best color ever. This is the best color ever. And you're thinking, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to be right about this color. And a lot of times I'm right about the color, but I guess I don't trust myself to know colors like they do or to know the current trends. So that's still something I'm working on. It is kind of funny. I think one of the comedians, as you know, talked a lot about that, where she got talked in to getting sparkly nails or this or that. And I can be one of those people getting talked into it. So another thing that I do want to get better at is cooking for more than just my significant other and my grown sons and daughter-in-law. I want to be able to have people over. I really am not in the income bracket that I could just order maybe from a restaurant or have a chef come over. I kind of would like to cook for them. Yeah, maybe that's it. I mean, I suppose there's a lot of restaurants that I could order from that aren't very costly, but I would like to cook for them. But no, I get way too nervous. I may do it when I retire, but I think, oh my goodness, I have to have time to prep and clean and get it all done so that it all comes out at the right moment and heat it up. So I think way too much about it. But one day I'm going to do it. Now, my sisters may tell you, oh my goodness, she can't even cook. Yes, I can. But they always took over, again, from my anxiety when we had family functions. I let them take over and I did other things that I felt perfectly comfortable with as hosting, not the cooking part. So I would like to change that. Another thing that I would like to change is I do get very excited about the 75% sales. I do put away a lot for Christmas, but there's some that I buy that are for me, and they've got a young model wearing them. And I think for some reason, maybe I'm still in my 20s or 30s, or that I'm 5'10" like the model, and I think 75% off. I'll make it work. I can look cute in that. I can wear a skirt and I can wear the top. No, I've done too many bad purchases, and when you get them at a super deal like that, you cannot return them. It's final sale. I suppose I should have told you that. Too many things on final sale. I'll show you one, and I'll try to take a good picture of it. It doesn't do it justice, but um, because it looks more hideous in person. This was one of my final sales, and it's a little sheer shirt with a collar, but it has all this in the back with a big bow. And I tried to do it in the front and try to do it in the back. And basically, when you're already 5 foot, a little under, I don't know, this made me look like a box. But it was such a smashing deal, but I'm hanging on to it, not giving it to Goodwill or the resale shop because I keep telling myself I'm bound and determined to make it work. And this little number, what was I thinking? Too frilly, too much. And No, no, not even the right colors you can see. I look better in pinks and other summer colors, I think. No. So, do you get the sales and their final sales and you make some mistakes? Now, believe me, I've made a lot of good choices. I've gotten a lot of things that I boast about that it's a final sale, but nobody knows all the ones that never worked out. So, I would like to change that. And a big one that is serious, I can joke about it a little bit because not judging anyone. I do pretty good. I'm not talking about mean judging because I know that there's a lot behind the scenes that nobody ever knows about, right? But I still think, nah, I'll never feel like that. Absolutely not. The case in point, empty nest syndrome. I thought there's no way, especially when my kids were teenagers, that I would ever suffer from empty nest syndrome, only to eat my words that I do suffer with it. And still to this day, and they've been out of the house for a while, I still suffer with missing all that commotion and the laughing and, boy, even the maybe angry parts and go to your room. I do miss that. It's such a big part of our lives. It's definitely harder than I thought. Maybe a little bit harder since I'm divorced. And I say that because maybe that's part of the normalcy. But when you're even with somebody else, everything that you did for so many years is gone. It's different now. So that is something that I wish I didn't judge, but also a fun one because I'm so happy to be a grandmother now. But I did judge, how can people want to take care of their grandkids, maybe full time, part time? My goodness, didn't you get to this place because you worked or you raised kids and now you get to just go out and have fun? What are they thinking? I mean, I love children. I know that they love their grandchildren, but they waited to travel or be with their loved one and have quiet time. No, my granddaughter is 1 year old, and I'm telling you this, I would be over there every second if I lived close by. Thank goodness for them that I don't, because I love babysitting. I babysit every 2 weeks, 1 day a week, because I am working and I do live a long way away. But oh my goodness, I have eaten my words over this whole year. I would do it in a heartbeat a lot more. I think it's special. It's a beautiful time, isn't it? And now I know. So I would love to stop doing those little judgment that I think I know how I feel, but I haven't lived it yet. I would like to change that. And I think that there's a lot of things that we can all think about that we could still learn. Um, I think I would love to hear what you guys have to say, but I think I'll always keep wanting to learn and grow. You know, we could still do good at this and refine ourselves, even though at this age, my candles of my years will outnumber the space on the cake. But nope, I'm still going to do it. What are you going to do? Drop a line. I think it's fun. And here together, we can laugh about yours or giggle about yours or even feel for you if you tell us something that is a serious thing that you still want to learn. I'm here for you because I've been through a lot. So I know that you out there have, but go ahead, drop a comment. Let's hear about it. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I do appreciate you, and stay fabulous, of course, of course. Bye.